Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Daz Reacts. And on the channel, I seem to have jumped down a lot of rabbit holes when it comes to like watching different artists. And I think I'm probably up to about 8 or 9 different rabbit holes now. But Home Free is one of them rabbit holes that I've really enjoyed jumping down so far. I've only done a couple of their songs, but I don't know. Based on from what I usually listen to, they're so unique in the sense that they're an a cappella group, and you got the beatboxers and everything else in there. So yeah, it's just something that like it's so unique compared to things that I usually listen to. And I mean, I done the other day. I done the Ring of Fire, which featured Avi from Pentatonics, but I don't think that's going to be out until after the Christmas period because I want to do the Christmas ones. But I done that, and it was incredible, and I've got high hopes for this. It's usually the case that I could listen to an artist and then I think they're all right and I'll listen to more, and then the expectation is that they rise. But like I listened to Home Free and it started right at the very top, so I'm hoping that they stay at that level and it doesn't drop. And so far for the videos that I've done, it hasn't dropped, and I'm hoping that this one doesn't do it either. But I am rambling on and I have a tendency to do that, so I'm going to stop doing that. Let's get into this. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
This is one group that I will say that like I still can't like fathom out which of them are my favorite singers. That like I've heard songs where they all like sing individually and things like that, and usually like with groups you'll get certain like members that you think, yeah, they're my favorite singer. It doesn't necessarily mean they're the best singer, it just that they're a personal preference and a personal favorite. But I don't know for this group yet. Look, I don't think I've done enough of them to fathom that part out. But yeah, I still can't determine which voice I prefer the most, because even like the guy that started at the beginning with the beard and that like I was like, wow, he has an incredible voice, and then like you hear a bit more singing, it's like, wow, he's got an incredible voice too. It's like, which one do I choose? I'm so confused, and I don't know. It's like like I already determined, like from Pentatonics, I already determined that they've all got amazing voices, but as a personal preference, it's between like Mitch and Kirsten, and I don't know for these. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'll be home, my dreams. I'll be home. I'll be home. If only in my dreams. I'll be home. I'll be home. If only in my dreams.
I'm presuming with the video in the background, so the people that obviously are coming home, that I went for a phase of watching quite a lot of them on YouTube where like the kids and the partners get surprised by like their loved ones that are coming home from the army and things like that, and they're quite heartwarming to watch as well. That I watched one that a few years back that where it was a little girl in the school and her dad jumped out of a box, and like the reaction of that little girl then was just incredible. I don't think it was around Christmas time, it was just in general, but yeah, the reaction was incredible. It must be so heartwarming for like in this time of year when your loved ones do come home, especially when it's the case that you're not expecting them at all.
My dreams. I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love.
I really like his voice.
Even more than I usually do. And although I know it's a long
How dangerous is that though? That like she had a pair of scissors opening that box, and like he was crouched down in the box. I was like, please don't stab me, please don't stab me. Sorry, I think the weirdest things at times.
For Christmas, you can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home.
It's like you can't forget the dog. I actually did experience this once. That it's not this. These are like kids and partners and things like that. For me, it was the case that like when I lived outside of the UK, I lived outside of the UK and for a good few years, and I came back in October, and then I never actually come back until the following year, which would have been in December. And like I spoke to my siblings and things like that at the time. That at the time I never had no kids, so it wasn't an issue. So I spoke to my siblings and my mum and dad come and visited and that, but I never really see my sisters or my brother that much. And then when I came back, I decided like it was a spare of the moment thing that I was coming back anyway for the situation that happened in life. And my mum and dad knew I was coming back, but my sisters and my brother didn't. So I thought I'll do it where like I'll surprise them all. And it is actually quite surprising that like the emotions that people get that for my middle sister, like in terms of age, like the middle one, she was pregnant at the time, and her hormones were all over the place anyway, and she just broke down. That I think like she didn't even want to do nothing. She just called her boyfriend at the time, and no, she's still with him. She called her boyfriend. He's like, my brother's on, my brother's. And then my youngest sister, no, my eldest sister, like I got round to her house, and she was just getting out of the shower. And I hid in the kitchen, and then like my mum was there. And it's like, oh, I've got a surprise for you. And she's like, oh, what, is Darren home? I don't know how the hell she guessed it. I really don't. But yeah, and then like for my youngest sister, she's older than me. She's a year older than me, but she's my youngest sister, and like she just bear hugged me. Like she's quite big anyway, and she just grabbed me and bear hugged me, and like near enough broke my ribs. And my brother, I turned up at his door, like my mum knocked, he opened, and then I popped my head round. He was like, "All right, bro." Like that's the difference in terms of like men. It was like, "All right, bro." But yeah, it was my nieces and nephews at the time. Like some of them got quite emotional as well, which was nice to see. And then I've got nieces and nephews that looked at me and going, "Who the hell is that?"
I'll be home, if only in my dreams.
Hey everybody!
I really like that song. Let's listen to this after, and then I'll talk.
Thanks for watching!
And a special thank you to all members of the military who can't be home these holidays.
If you enjoyed this track, please check out the rest of our Christmas album below, and be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube.
And please support us on Patreon.
Merry Christmas! Bye!
Yeah, so I really did like this song. I really did. And I have a question. Is this an original song? Because I don't think I've ever heard it before, so I'm presuming it's an original song. And I'm at the point where I don't really know names yet, but this guy on the end here in the blue shirt, he's an incredible singer. And like I said, that I haven't heard enough of him to determine who's my favourite and who's not. But yeah, I think that the one on the end has become my favourite singer so far. That may change until the next song. But yeah, I mean, it is hard that like the moral of the story, like there are a lot of people out there that in the military, like male and female, that they can't get home to their families and their kids and their partners and that, and like it is sad. So to think that like these got the surprises is nice. Personally, that like as when it comes to like with my daughter, that I couldn't imagine being away from her Like when I have to travel and I'm away from her for a few days, and it's the same like obviously with my wife as well. But when I'm away for a few days, I actually miss them so mad, like so crazy. My little girl is my little shadow, and she has been since the day she was born. Like since the day she was born, she's always been on me, and it's my fault that the way I've done it, because like in my mind I feel like I really messed up with my son. So like I kind of compensated on my daughter. So when she was born, I wanted to do absolutely everything with her. So I fed her, I changed her, I took her out, I bathed her, I done every single night. I woke up with her every night. I slept in the front room with her. She was in the Moses basket, and like as she got older, I do the school runs. I pick her up from school and I take her to the trampoline parks. I do everything with her, and I think I do. It is because the case that she is a big daddy's girl, so she's always for me. But even now, like she's 7 next week, and like if she wants something, she won't go and say, "Mum, I'm hungry. I want some food," or "Mum, can we play this?" or "Mum, can we go there?" It's always Dad, and yeah, I couldn't imagine. Like there's times when I have to spend like any time up to a week away from her, and I miss her like crazy. So I couldn't imagine having to like join the military and being away from her for so long and things like that. But yeah, it is the case that because I fucked up with my son, pardon the swearing, but yeah, I kind of overcompensated a bit with my daughter, and yeah, and that's just the thing that. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this. Sorry about the life story, but yeah, I really did enjoy this, and there's going to be a lot more home free to come. I believe I have another Christmas one of theirs that's going to be coming out in the next few days, so you can expect home free there. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this, and I kind of like divulged into my own life a bit there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I will be uploading daily. You can expect to see a lot more home free on the channel. And if you're watching this on Christmas Day or in or around that day, Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're having fun. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.